What's up, y'all? We are back. This is episode 4 of the San Diego Padres Out of the Mark Baseball 25 series. We're here July 11th. It's time for the first year player draft. Just recapping the last few days. We wound up taking 2 of 3 against Arizona and a quick 2-game set against Seattle. We take both. A bottom of the 11th Jackson Merrill single. And he's started to pick things up a little bit. Still nothing crazy, but I think playing him only against righties has really helped him. So we're going to hopefully keep going with him. Graham Pauley's played well, too, since we called him up. But this episode is mostly going to be the draft, I would imagine. So let's hop into it. I have not done an actual draft in this game yet, believe it or not, even though it's been released for like 2 weeks. But yeah, we have the 25th pick here. And yeah, let's hop right into it. So, sort of familiar with this class. I've heard Connor Griffin. Of course, he's been in a couple of my saves. Nick Kurtz, I think, is one of the consensus top 3 guys at this point. Still a long way out of the draft. Tommy White's another guy. Vance Honeycutt. Thought I just saw him. There he is. He's like one of these guys who hasn't actually produced in college, but he has the tools to be really good. 75 out for the range. I really like that. Hagen Smith's a guy I like. He was in my Twins series last year, so I really like him. Travis Bazzana, I think, is the consensus top guy. At least he was before the college season. During the winter, I haven't really kept up with college baseball at all. Or what's actually happening around college baseball, I should say. But yeah, let's see what's available. Let's see what Cleveland takes here. So they go with Charlie Condon. I'm sure we'll get to know these players a little bit better as we play the game. GT Weatherholt, pretty good upside bat. Not much defensively, though. PJ Morlando for the Rockies. Definitely not a catcher. I doubt they play him at catcher, but good upside at the bat. Let's do the top 5 picks here. Nick Kurtz goes to Oakland, I think that was. Yeah. Not the most impressive bat for first baseman, I'll be honest. And then Travis Bazzana goes 5th to the White Sox. So let's go up to our pick. All right, so my strategy is typically college guys first. I love Hagen Smith, so I'm looking at him right now. The control is an issue for sure, but I think the rest of his stuff plays up just fine, and he should be able to stick in a rotation. He's 20, almost 21, so he's a college guy. Let's just go right down the list here. So Ryan Sloan, 3-pitch guy. Typically don't go for those. Fastball, slider, changeup. Just a really low floor here. Bryce Clavin, a real contact-oriented player. Not a guy I would really consider in the first round, I'd say. But we'll see. Herrick Hernandez, decent floor. But the 45 stamina kind of scares me a bit. I just don't think he could be a frontline guy. Joey Oakey, moderate upside, nothing crazy. Hagen Smith, definitely a guy I'm looking at. Derek Curiel, 70 outfield range, that pops out. And pretty decent upside at the bat. Not much power potential, though. Aiden Harris, Nashville Stampede legend. Ton of power upside, but super low floor with a 20 current contact. Josh Hartley, probably the highest floor guy we've seen so far. The stuff upside's not too big, 89 to 91. He's probably projected more of a back-end starter. Mike Molinax, Nashville Stampede legend. Pretty good upside with the bat. I like his BABIP. I'm not sure how that contributes, but his avoid Ks is kind of concerning. But you can play some center field. Probably a corner guy for me, though. Ethan Puig, probably not enough power. No defense to stick at a corner. Henry Allen, not horrible upside. Boston Bateman's okay. We're kind of getting pretty deep. So Slade Caldwell, a high contact corner outfielder. Probably not a guy I'd consider here. So the first pick, man, this is a pretty important pick here. So Molinex is on the list. I'm concerned about his avoid Ks. But his BABIP is insane, which drives up his actual contact rating. Line drive hitter. See, I don't know how BABIP plays with avoid Ks. Like, I don't know. I assume you want to have a high to avoid Ks. I think I'm leaning toward Hagen Smith here. I really am. I think the floor is really good. I think the control can tick up, that it's a playable amount with 60 stamina. Like, he could be a 6-inning guy. The stamina's, or the velocity is enough. The sidearm scares me with his splits. Although he doesn't really have any crazy splits at this point. Fastball, slider, curveball, changeup, 4-pitch mix. Love that. I think Hagen Smith's probably the pick here. I guess we can look at college guys only. Just not really convinced. Yikes. I'm not really convinced that taking a high school player here is necessarily a smarter move than taking Hagen Smith here. So I think I'm going to take Smith. Make this quick. There's not a ton of good guys left. I mean, there's a lot of 45 potential. I'm not saying these guys can't be good players, but I don't think any of them would be better than Smith's potential. So he's actually well below slot. So we can offer him a low bonus demand. So we'll head to round 2 here. Eric Hernandez, 3-pitch guy, pretty decent upside. We talked about him. I'm concerned about the stamina. Owen Hall is really intriguing. The control is at a really scary place, but a 4-pitch guy, good enough movement to make it. The home runs might be a problem early on, and, that might not go up. Christian Hamilton, not a ton of power upside, but he is an on-base guy. Corner outfielder, though. We'll see if we have some better options out here. Probably not enough upside with this guy. Not a catcher. Tegan Coons is interesting. Really well-rounded arm, but a 3-pitch guy. Don't think there's a ton of upside there. Probably only a second baseman, if that. Manny Marin, a light-hitting infielder, but could probably be a league average hitter in the right situation. 65 range, so we can stick at maybe shortstop. Ethan Murray's got some good upside at the bat. 65 power potential. The avoid K is a bit concerning. The eye is not very good currently. But he's only 18, so only a second baseman though. Austin Overn, really good defensive outfielder. The bat's probably below average, probably a 4th outfielder type. Best case scenario. Owen Peno, a guy who was on my Twins series. Honestly, really good upside at the bat. I like that build quite a bit. Here we go. Ryan Prager, 21 years old. The floor is pretty high, and he has good control upside, so this 50 stamina will actually play up. Only a 3-pitch pitcher. I don't know if I said he was a 4-pitch guy. I did not mean to say that if I did. Late-hitting infielder. There we go. 4-pitch pitcher. Low work ethic. The changeup's decently developed, though. Trey Snyder, good work ethic, pretty good all-around player. Not opposed to that pick. Ty Southscene. Pretty much a Nick Madrigal clone. Yeah, almost exactly. Not much of a defensive guy, but I like the power profile. Toucan, just a reliever, unfortunately. I could work on his stamina, but that's risky. Ooh. Arston Vesty. I know we have Salas coming up at some point, but this would be a good backup catcher. Good work ethic, good intelligence, good defensive player. I kind of like VC here, but he's only 18. This guy Carson Wiggins would be fun, but that control is a real issue with the 50 stamina. I don't even know if he can be a 5-and-fly guy. Tanner Witt, guy we took in the Rockies save, didn't really turn into anything, but a 4-pitch guy. Pretty good floor. 22 years old on his birthday. Happy birthday, Tanner Witt. Fastball, slider, curveball, changeup. Pretty middling in everything else. It's a low upside play, but I think he can actually be a decent player. Why is this guy up here? Ben Adams. What the heck? Yeah, these are the 40 potential guys. You can still find some gems, but we'll stick to the 45 and above just to keep things easier. So, some guys that I liked. I liked Owen Peno. No, this isn't the guy. I liked Owen Peno. His bat's pretty good. Only a third baseman, though. South the Scene had the Nick Madrigal build. VC was the guy I liked. But I don't know if we want a catcher. I think we have a couple good catchers in our system. And Tanner Witt. Honestly, I think I'm leaning Witt. Let's check out some of these other college arms. Yeah, Hernandez. Actually, I don't know. I like Hernandez too. If he gets up to the 60 control, this stamina will play up, and he can be a 6-inning guy. But he's only a 3-pitch pitcher. A little concerning. That's not necessarily make or break, but you typically have to have good stuff to make that work, in my experience. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Tanner Witt. I know we're taking 2 pitchers. I know it's not a great strategy necessarily, but we'll throw a dart at him. So now we're into the 3rd round. There's not a ton left here, it looks. Kind of like this Flores guy. If he didn't have a 20 infield range, I don't even know if he can play first base with that. Ethan Murray might be worth it for the upside with the power. Although what's his personality look like? Low work ethic, high intelligence, probably cancel each other out. Maybe we go Austin Over, and he's a good leader, good outfield range. We could send him to work on his power maybe, or focus his power, so maybe he can tick this up to a 40 and actually be playable. But right now he doesn't look like a major league player. That's my only concern. So many freaking relievers. Holy crap. Talon Bell. That's a name I recognize from one of our old series. Colera, an 18-year-old. Another pitcher. But he has some good pitches already at 18. The changeup probably could come along. The control's certainly an issue. But he has a good build, 6'6", 230. Decent stamina already. I don't really want to take 3 pitchers in a row, but there's just nothing on the batter's side. Yeah, Flores can't play the field at all. Lawson, I don't hate him, but he's only a second baseman. Manny Marin, honestly. If I'm going with a light hitting infielder, at least he can play some defense. Maybe let's go Owen Peno, actually. He's a well-rounded player. At least hypothetically. So there's no one else here that sticks out. Yeah, not really. Although I do like Manny Marin's defense. Well, let's go Manny Marin. A little overslop, that's fine. And Owen Pena is still here, so let's pick him up. Oh, he's an impossible sign. Okay, never mind. VC's still here? Okay, I didn't even see him. We'll take him. I was looking at him in the 1st round, so pretty lucky he falls to us here in the 4th, and we have another 4th round pick. We'll stop it after 5, and we'll go through off camera, just because it's going to drag out probably. Let's go to all players. Salcine's still here. He's a $5 million demand. Don't really have the money for it. Gabe Swanson. You know what? Let's take him. I like his profile as like a, what would I call this? This is like the Mark Canha build with, below average defense. I don't know if Canha was ever a good defender, but, not great contact, but good power and good eye. Let's go with him. And we have another 4th round pick. What the heck? I don't know who they got those for. Or why they got those. If this guy's only a slot, I might take him. Low work ethic, high intelligence. You know what? Let's throw a dart at this guy. Shelfer ban. Okay, never mind. He's a $2 million demand now. Let's look at some particular tools. So, batted potential. Yeah, Salcine has a really good hit tool, but too much. Carson Page, he's similar build, not as good defensively. I wouldn't even play him at second base. Yeah, no power to speak of there. Yeah, this is a tough draft class. I figured that would happen. It's not strong in real life either, so it makes sense that this is a tough draft. But let's go look at power. Look for someone who has like a 45 contact, maybe. Chase Harlan. Okay. This is a guy we could work with. The defense isn't horrible. Maybe if this arm ticks up to 60, he can be a third baseman. Yeah, let's go with Chase Harlan here. We'll go to the 5th round, finally. Grant Hussey. My guy from the National save. Why not? We'll pick him up. And I'll do the rest off camera. We'll come back and recap. All right, so we're here. Results of the draft. We went through the first 5 rounds. We actually took Pierce George in the 5th round, who I really liked. Or 6th round, sorry. Good work ethic, good intelligence. We'll see. Maybe he could work out as like a high leverage reliever or something in the future. He's 21. We'll see where he goes. Johnny King, another interesting, starter, I guess, but probably not. Jansen Keisel, I liked him. 4-pitch guy. Again, we just have to see what happened. Jackson Sanders, low control. Besides that, looks like a pretty decent arm, potentially. And then, the rest of the draft, honestly, is not even worth talking about. I threw some darts. I drafted Cameron Davis, who was impossible. I didn't realize it at the time. I did draft this guy, John Thrasher. 90 speed. Good for you, dude. Pinch runner in the playoffs. That's how I see him. I think he's already 25. Yeah. So, he might make an appearance on the playoff roster if we make it this year. But yeah, that didn't take as long as I thought, so maybe we'll go up to the deadline here. I don't know if we'll do the deadline in this video. Maybe we will. And then we'll come back and see what's going on just a little bit. All right, so we're going to pull off another trade here. So, Jalen Beeks having a really good year in Colorado, shockingly, 2.10 ERA plus, and he was on the cheap. So Gabe Moser, a guy who's pitched pretty well in AA for us, but 28 years old, not part of our long-term plans. They just want to shed the salary. He's a free agent at the end of the year anyway, so they pick up a depth bullpen arm for Beeks, and we will throw Beeks on our active roster. Do need to find a spot for him, though. Probably, I think Tommy Nance will probably be the casualty if he has options. He does. So we'll throw Beeks probably into the 7th inning. Maybe the 8th. Let's do the 8th with him. De Los Santos can go to the 7th, and Tom Cosgrove can go back to middle relief. Even though both of those guys have had good years. Nothing against them, but just want Beeks going into higher leverage. Morejon's been really good, so we really can't send him down, even though the FIP indicates he's probably been a bit worse than his actual numbers indicate, but we'll take the results for sure. The rotation honestly hasn't had any issues. Johnny Brito's been solid. I don't know if he sticks in the rotation long term, but for now, he has taken the spot from... Oh boy, did he get hurt? Oh, I always freaking go over there. Okay. Always go to the wrong team to look at that. From Randy Vasquez, I just want to check how he's been doing. He's been fine. Yeah, he's been solid in AAA. Maybe he can make a little run for us. I always forget the AAA is over here, not down here where he was last year. I guess I could probably condense this a little bit. I don't think we need... what do we want? We want 3x3? That looks better. Okay. Always AAA down here. Okay, so we'll sim a few days. We have a series against Atlanta here. Against Spencer Strider, who looks like is going to make another run at the Cy Young this season. Against Dylan Cease, again, another guy who's in competition for that. And we outduel him. 8-2 victory. Big day for Machado. Bottom of the order, getting some stuff going. Dylan Cease, a really good start. We get to Strider and Ronaldo Lopez as well. Morejon and De Los Santos close out the game for us. So an 8-2 victory. We are signing some of these college guys, so those will be coming up in the notes. Looking at the trade block here, these are all pitchers. I want to go to all hitters here. So, I guess we should probably start with this. What are our needs on this team? We're pretty top-heavy offense. Bogarts, Machado, and Graham Pauley. Not really, but Bogarts and Machado kind of putting the team on their back. Tatis is getting there, for sure. Just want to save this. Yes. Tatis is getting there, but he's not there yet. Rosario's been really good in limited playing time. Him and Pauley are a fine platoon. Cronenworth probably can upgrade at first base, but it's a big contract. Just out of curiosity, I'm not going to trade him probably, just because not really realistic. No one wants him anyway, so it wouldn't matter. Long term, I think Cronenworth's a super utility guy, which I'd be totally cool with him in that role. Maybe not for the price tag, but Camposano's fine at catcher. I think the combination of Renfroe and Jackson Merrill out and left will be fine. Margot in center, I think we could probably do better, but I don't see how we upgrade that. And Ha-Sung Kim's been good at the glove. So I guess our upgrades would be in center field. Is Harrison Bader really an upgrade? I'm not sure. Darian Blanco, he's got some speed, I guess. Tyler O'Neill's been playing some center for the Red Sox. Yikes. Ugh. Yeah, there's really just not a ton out here. I like Michael Conforto. He's had a good season. But I don't know where we'd play him. We'd have to send out Merrill. I'm not totally against that by any means, but I also don't want to rush to send him down. He started to play a little bit better. They kind of want a legit guy for him too, so probably puts us out of the market for him. Yeah, we'll move closer to deadline, I guess, and kind of assess at that point. But we win 7-2 in Game 2 against the Braves. Cronenworth, you heard the trade talk. 3 hits, 4 RBIs. Mike King, a really good start. Bullpen does a really nice job as well. They've bounced back. We're 5th in bullpen ERA now, even despite Matsui and Suarez being pretty awful. 1st in runs against overall, 7th in runs scored. So the offense has come back. The pitching keeps playing well. Also, Ethan Salas hit the 200 plate appearance mark. That I was kind of discussing would be, we'll reassess when we get to that point. I don't know if we can keep him down to AA any longer. I don't want to rush him up to AAA. You know what? Let's call him up end of the month if he's still playing well. So looking for the sweep here against Atlanta. That'd be huge. We do. 7-5 victory. 4 RBIs, 3 hits for Tatis. He heard the murmurs about the down year and stuff, and he's really turned it on. Machado, a really good game. Rosario, a good game. Everyone besides Kim had a hit in this one. Strada gave 3 runs. Don't love to see that, but we get the job done. Darvish a good start. So we are here at the All-Star break. And I should update. We are 58-41, 2 games up on the Dodgers, 7 up on the Giants. Rockies and Diamondbacks in last place. That's unfortunate. I think they'll be pretty good this year. They had a good series against Colorado in real life. Let's check out the prospect game. See who we had here. We went National League. We had Dylan Lesko. For some reason, he hasn't really had a good year. Robbie Snelling makes it. He's had a good season. Up in Double-A, pitching well. Ethan Salas, of course, at catcher. Robert Perez makes the team. He's been crushing Double-A. We should probably call him up. It's been a long time coming for him. I'll do all the call-ups off camera. And that's it for those guys. And then All-Star Game rosters. Take a look at the AL. Tanner Banks makes it for the White Sox as a starter. Good for him. Nestor Cortez, I guess, is relieving now for the Yankees, and he makes it. Looking Ryan O'Hearn, good for him. He makes the All-Star team. Reese Rengifo makes it at second base. Miguel Andujar, oh my God. I don't know if he deserved it, but holy crap, he's only played 46 games. But good for him. He makes the All-Star team. It looks like there's a lot of not popular guys who made it. Like this infield is pretty much, well, besides Gunnar and Bobby Witt and Altuve, these are guys that I would not expect, which is interesting. I guess Guerrero and maybe Nate Lau. But NL, looking through, no pitchers, which I had to disagree on that. Sonny Gray made it. Zach Wheeler made it. Albert Alzolay made it. Yeah, no relievers either. Going through, Xander Bogaerts at second, of course. He's the starter. Manny Machado backing up at third. And that's it. So we have 2 All-Stars total. For the best team in the NL West, probably one of the most competitive divisions, I'd say, at least top end. With us, Dodgers, Giants, and Diamondbacks. But yeah, that's besides the point. We'll keep moving forward. I'll go off camera, do some demotions, promotions, and stuff, and we'll come back with an update. All right, so we're back. We made one trade. It was very minor. I'll go over that after. But this is a much bigger one. AJ Preller loves it. So, we're still looking for some bullpen help. We made one trade. I guess I can just go over that now. We traded for Jesse Chavez. This wasn't like a huge deal or anything. He's pitched 1 game for us. We flipped him for Jose Azocar, who I mostly dealt. I wouldn't have keeping him on the team. He has 1 option year left after this, so he's definitely a guy I valued. But we had too many outfielders on our AAA roster. I wanted to get guys playing time. He was a starter, so I just kind of had to get rid of him to get some guys some playing time. Jesse Chavez is one of the guys that came up in the trades. He's making the minimum. Having a pretty good season, in my opinion, for Chicago. The FIP is much better than the ERA, but both not bad. He's got 35 stamina, so you can give us a couple of innings, and he's a 40-year-old middle relief, like mop-up guy type, but that doesn't really contribute to any of my thinking on this trade. So just going through the market and what was available, and Taylor Rogers always sticks out to me because of the high stuff. He's had some issues with the home run ball in the past, but this year he's kept it under control at 0.8. And the strikeout to walk, orgasmic to look at. So, yeah, he's coming off a really bad game. Besides that, he's had an awesome season. The packages, there's some significant guys in here, but nothing crazy. Marcos Canstinen, probably the guy I would least want to give up, but I'm okay giving him up. He's not really an infielder. 45 infield range is kind of unplayable at any position besides first base. You better match for your first baseman. He's having a really good year in Double-A, but I just don't have a spot for him, unfortunately. So, cool giving him up in the trade. Drew Ellis, a guy I really like. We signed him as a minor league free agent, and was playing well in Triple-A. But, again, He's a 28-year-old, doesn't have a spot for playing time on my major league roster. So we're flipping a minor league deal for a really good reliever. Drew Campbell is a guy I actually like quite a bit. Offensively, defensively, he's barely a corner outfielder. He can play a good left field, I guess, but what kind of value does that have? And he's played in Double A. I don't know if he had an injury. He's only played 18 games in Double A this year. Hasn't done anything. He just, again, doesn't have a path to playing time. Griffin Doshering, I have better first base prospects in my system. High work ethic, so maybe he burns us, but he's 25. He's having a good year, though. He could be maybe a bench piece. Then Kobe Robinson, a little nervous about him. He had a lot of value. But the 30 control, he's 23. Having a good season in A-ball, but, a guy I'm okay giving up. And we're having them eat 80% of the deal. So he's making $12 million next season. We'll be on the hook for 2.4, which is a really good price for an awesome reliever. So Adrian Peller loves it. So go ahead and make that trade. And, the bullpen's getting tight. I don't really know what to do with the roster spots. Let's see. So Estrada has options, but he's been too good. I can't send him down. I guess Go and Matsui both have options as well. And I'm paying him $3 million. I don't really want to send him to AAA. Same with Go. Chavez I just picked up, and I don't really want to get rid of him right now. We have Beeks as well. Screw it. I'm sending Matsui to AAA. Nope, he can't be demoted. Okay. Never mind. I did definitely not try to do that, Matsui. Don't be mad at me. Maybe we'll just play this out a few days, see if there's an injury. Darvish is still hurt, but he's been fine. And he's been pitching pretty well through the injury. So we could IL him, but there's really no point anymore. Could we roll with 12 hitters for a little bit? I think we could. But that would mean Madrigal is the roster casualty, I think. He's definitely out of options. Oh, he has one option year left. Okay. Can he refuse to be demoted? No, okay. All right. Well, that solves our problem momentarily, or at least for the time being. I don't know where I think Rogers might actually be my closer now. Just bump all these guys down one. De Los Santos goes to more low leverage. And I'm sure there'll be an injury somewhere, although this team has been suspiciously healthy this season. So a little nervous about that because that means something big is happening. It's going to happen. Yeah, offensively, I think we just got to trust our guys. I think Merrill's definitely turned things around recently. Margot's as good as he's going to get in center field. Kim's, again, as good as he's going to get at shortstop, unless we go after, I think Willie Adames was on the trade block, but that's going to be way too expensive, I assume. Hunter Renfroe, he's going to provide a good righty against lefties. And Campazano's been fine. So, the offense honestly looks good at this point. So, I don't know if there's a ton of other moves to be made here. Let's sim ahead a few days, see what happens. We win 4-3 in 11 innings. Renfroe, RBI single. Big gust of wind outside. Musgrove, a really good start. And then we're playing Game 3, looking for the sweep, and we do. 1-0 victory. Run driven in by Yui Rosario. Dylan C's 6 2/3 shutout innings. A couple of emails here. We are now number 1 in the power rankings. Look at that. 61-41, 3 games up on the Dodgers, who are probably the second best team in baseball. Oh. Not mean to do that. Oops. Dodgers are way down to number 6. So Cardinals number 2, Braves 3, Rays 4, Blue Jays 5. So an off day, and we head to Washington. Matthew Batt and I had a DFA. We just didn't have room for him. I could keep him on, but again, I want some guys to get playing time in AAA. So, series against Washington. Michael King on the mound, 5-3 victory. This team's really coming together, man. It really is. Jackson Merrill, a couple of hits. Mike King, 7 innings, 1 run. Love to see that from him. Tanner Witt finally signed his offer. I'm going to send him right to A-ball. Already did the same with a lot of our guys that we drafted. Hagen Smith's in A-ball. Grant Hussey, I know I play him. So game 2, Yu Darvish on the mound, 9-2 victory. Man, we're kicking ass right now. Whew, big day for the offense. Jackson Merrill, 4 hits. I'm glad I believed in him. It's only a couple games, but he's played really well. Coming down the stretch here. Tatis, 3 hits, 3 ribbies. Good day for him. Bogarts, Cronenworth, multi-hit games. And Darvish, 6 1/3, no runs. He's making it a Cy Young case here, low-key, especially playing through the injury. Jesse Chavez gives up a few runs, but Estrada picks up the save. So, looking for the sweep against Washington. Brito on the mound. We lose 3-1. We snap a 12-game win streak. Yeah, we were absolutely on fire. I didn't realize it was up to 12, but Brito, a good enough start. I mean, 5 innings, 3 runs, we'll take it. It's not quite a quality start. Matsui and Beeks do a good job out of the bullpen. What is this? Jason Martin. Nice. Thought that was my team. So we're going against Baltimore here. Yennier Cano, I guess, is a starter for them now. Okay. Interesting. So we'll start game 3. We'll have Musgrove, Cease, King as we head to the deadline here. And speaking of Yennier Cano, they're interested in trading him. Josh Mears. So he's absolutely destroying Double-A. I was going to go to 200 plate appearances. He's at that now. So, I mean, I think it's time to call Mears up to Triple-A. Again, the playing time path is just really not there. What do they want? Yeah, they want some real players there. I guess it's worth looking at the trade block. Any big trades being made? Matt Moore. Paul Sewald goes from Arizona to... Oh, I forgot he was on Arizona. To the Cardinals. Tanner Rainey. Josh Taylor. Yeah, really no big trades being made. Dominic Leone. Harold Ramirez, I mean, I don't hate him. He's very much a contact-only bat, but good platoon guy. We'll check out the trade block. You know what? What's the market on Adames here? Yeah, okay. I figured that's what it would be. Jorge Polanco have a good year, but he has no... Honestly, there's nowhere for any of these guys to play. We'd basically be looking for a backup at this point. Tyler O'Neill, he's a free agent at the end of the year. I don't really want to give up any of these guys. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think we're going to make any other moves. I think that's about it. Hunter Harvey for Roberto Perez. Man. Ton of deals going down here. Oh, Yasser Mercedes gets flipped for David Bednar. Look at that. Having a really good season. Brock Jones, he's a top guy. One of their top-ish prospects for Nick Anderson, going back to Tampa Bay. That's not a big trade. Tanner Banks, all-star. Braves pick him up for Owen Murphy. Man, it's a lot to give up, but I mean, Tanner Banks has been a really good pitcher this year. And they gave up this guy too. Wow. So big haul in return. Yennier Cano goes to the Mets. It's a pretty big trade. Mauricio Dubon. Ryan Thompson. There you go. Any good prospects? Ooh, yikes. Luke Schilger, okay. Oliver Tejada. Wow, hate to say. Holy crap, the Diamondbacks got absolutely fleeced. Man, this guy's not like an amazing prospect, but he's a really good one. And they got Ryan Thompson this guy's a fine catcher, I guess. And this guy who's nothing. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, well, looking to win the series here against Baltimore, and we lose 11-4. How's Jackson Holliday been this year? He's been a little rough. Mike King, not a good start. Suarez and Matsui just continue to struggle. So many trades. Holy crap. Power rankings, we are down to 4th. Yankees have made so many freaking trades. They gave up Roderick Arias. Wow. Yeah, I don't think that would happen in real life for Eugenio Suarez. My God. What a horrible trade. Craig Kimbrell goes. Are the Orioles selling right now? Orioles must be selling, man. I mean, have they been that bad? They have been that bad. Even with All-Star Ryan O'Hearn. Oh, God. Cedric Mullins. What the heck, dude? What happened? 225 BABIP happened, I guess, but holy crap. All right, 64-44. 2.5 games up on the Dodgers, and we will play a 3-game set with them here. Jarren Duran having an insane year in 16 at-bats. They played him 34 games in the minors. What the heck? For Mike King, yeah, I don't think so. They sent the same exact trade again. Duran's not opposed to trading for Duran. Is Graham Pauley that valuable? He's up here with like the top guys. I like Pauley a lot, but if they're valuing him like this, he'd be a guy we like to move in the offseason. Like a superstar player, if it comes to that. I don't know what the offseason has in store. So we started a 3-game set against the Dodgers, 2-game set against the Dodgers. And that'll bring us right to the deadline. So Yamamoto on the mound for them. We lose 4-3. Almost made a comeback in the 9th. Jackson Merrill, 3 hits, though. He's been playing awesome. Darvish, not great against his former team. Yamamoto dealt for them. We're here at the deadline. Again, I don't think we're going to do anything else. I think this is it. I think this is a team we'll roll into the post-deadline with. Still, we have some black holes in the bullpen. We have Suarez, who's been an unmitigated disaster, at least, results-wise. And then Yuki Matsui, kind of same thing. The FIP looks much better than the ERA, but the results have not been good. Suarez has not picked up a loss, though, since his horrible start to the season. So that's something. I think the bullpen looks pretty complete. The rotation looks good. The only issue would be if one of these guys got hurt. I don't know who we go to. I guess they go to Randy Vasquez, but that's not the worst 6-star starter out there. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that'll wrap up the episode. There's just really nothing else we can do. This is just the team we got to go into the deadline with, or the post-deadline with. 8th in runs scored, 1st in runs against. And we have a development update. Joe Musgrove, a little bit of movement. Mike King, stamina improves. We were working on that with him this season in the development. Looks like the AI changed it, whatever. But yeah, his stamina ticks up to 45. It's definitely playable. Bryce Johnson got a little boost in his contact. That'll be good for him. He got a cup of coffee up in the majors early in the year. Yeah, so DeVries, definitely dropped off a bit. The contact potential has gone way down to a 45 potential. Still could be a decent player, but yeah, it's not looking great for him. Dylan Head gets a little improvement. And yeah, I guess that'll wrap up the episode here. We win against LA 6-4. Bogart's couple hits. Kim drove in 4 runs. Brito, decent start. Good job by the bullpen. So yeah, that'll wrap up episode 4. Thank you very much for watching. We'll be back next time, post deadline, and we'll pick up probably in a couple weeks and see what's going on. So we'll see you then. Bye.